Hey everyone, welcome to another video. I know it's been a while, but today I want to talk about my new program in Spanish. So you know that in the past I've done more like private one-on-one tutoring and helping people speak with native speakers from all around the world and reaching fluency with that Spanish. But I'm going to try to kind of move away from that and do something that takes a little bit less of my time and something that I can help more people with. So this video is a lot about your feedback as well. So I'm going to give you this new program. I haven't created it yet. A lot of it is created, but a lot of it isn't. So I want to make sure that if I do create it, it is something that is useful and helpful to you if you're trying to learn Spanish. So in this video, I want to just go over what my core offer is and then what bonuses I have. This is after reading a book by Alex Hormozy called The $100 Million Offer. And it's about making an offer so good that no one can say no. And it's part of it is that I want to help people learn Spanish, and a lot of people think they're not ready enough. And these are people that, like you, that actually wants to learn Spanish, but I'm trying to get more into the business side and be like, no, you're ready. Okay, let's go. Because the more students I can have, the more money I can make, the more people I can help. So without further ado, let's get into it. First, I'm gonna go over what I offer and the bonuses, and then I'm gonna explain a little bit more of why I came to the core offer and the bonuses that I came to. So for my core offer, I teach people how, especially people that have failed Spanish in the past, how to speak Spanish fluently in 12 months or less. So you heard that right, in 12 months or less fluently. Now, what fluent is, we can talk about at a later term, but it's definitely more than, it's being comfortable. You're at a bar, you're hanging out with someone, and you're not like, oh my God, this is going badly. Like, I have to think about every other word. No, you may be making some mistakes, but you're good. You're having a pleasant conversation, and there's not a strain from either one of you to understand the other. So going back to the core offer, number one, a custom roadmap. So this means that for you, what is the roadmap for month 1 to month 12? I'll give you that. 2, progress milestones. So hit the milestones that you have to hit each month, each quarter to become fluent. 3, an online program to learn grammar. This is like my bread and butter. I hate when grammar is confusing. It was confusing when I was learning French, German. Like, it has to be digestible, it has to be easy. This is like my bread and butter. That's number 3. 4, how to find partners to practice with from anywhere in the world whenever you want. And 5, how to learn Spanish fluently, only practicing 3 hours or less a week. So some of you might be thinking 3 hours or less a week is like a lot. Some people might be thinking it's very little. I found that it's the sweet spot. A lot of people that are trying to practice Spanish and learn it are definitely doing a lot less, maybe an hour a week, and it's just not enough. By the time the next hour comes next week, you're spending half of the time or 3/4 of the time just remembering what you did last week and 15 minutes of learning. 3 hours a week, it's like going to the gym. Like, you can do it and you can totally become fluent. So that is my core offer. Then with my bonuses. So my bonuses is a little bit more lengthy, but number 1 is a 1-hour onboarding call. So I find that a lot of people just throwing a program at them is like kind of overwhelming and like, where do I start? So it's a 1-hour onboarding call to see where you're at, see what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. Maybe you're afraid of something, maybe you're excited for something else, and kind of get to know you and make sure that you're on the right path. 2 is after that, 1 call a month for an hour for an audit. How are you doing? Show me your Spanish. Are you progressing well? Are you doing badly? I just don't want anyone to fall off the wagon and not even know it. 3, excel with different country words and phrases. So a lot of you want to learn from a very specific country. And so this Excel sheet will have all the words, all the phrases that you might not hear regularly, but if you go to that country, you do, so that there's no way that you're like, oh, I've never heard that word before. 4, group Q&As every single month, so you can see what other people are asking. You can interact with other people, so it's not a lone journey. So maybe you didn't think about thinking of certain questions, someone else does. 5, how to learn Spanish if you think it's too hard or have failed in the past. So this failure in the past is a very big one for a lot of people because we have tried to learn it in high school, we failed, and we're like, that's it, I can never do it again. Or we try and do Duolingo, and we practice, we did our little exercises every day, it didn't work, and you're like, that's it. It's enough. I can't do it. So, I found that a lot more to language learning. The biggest reason why people don't or fall off the wagon in language learning is because of unmotivation. So I just want to make sure that all these mindset videos and all these limiting beliefs that you can learn Spanish if you want to are eradicated. How to learn Spanish if you're older. You can learn Spanish if you're older. It's not just if you're a kid. Professional Spanish and how to learn it. So a lot of people that I've taught are doctors, pre-med. I don't know why I've taught so many doctors, but doctors and pre-med into medical school that have wanted to learn Spanish, a lot of them because of their patients. So a lot of them have been client-facing or patient-facing, and they want to practice in areas that had a lot of Spanish speakers. So I'm going to teach you, if you're in real estate or if you're in aviation, how you can learn Spanish for that. Real Spanish slang from the different countries, that's number 8. That's the one I want to show you as well, just so when you don't go and visit one of these countries, you're like, I don't understand every other word they're saying because they keep cussing. Like, you're going to learn all the cuss words. As your grandma said, like, the best way to learn language is with cuss words. I don't agree, but there is some truth to it, because if a lot of us cuss all the time, so if you don't know the cuss words, then how are you going to know what they're saying? 9 is how to pronunciate in Spanish. So a lot of people are scared of mispronouncing words, and some of this fear is not correct, because you're going to have an accent, right? I mean, you just started. Even within a year, you're going to have an accent, but you don't want to. As I say to my family members who come from Spain, there's a difference between saying because with an accent and saying because. Like, because in Spanish, it's all so phonetic. In English, you don't want to go through all the words because, or because, but not because. So I'm just going to facilitate in helping you not make those huge errors in Spanish pronunciation. 10 is how to conjugate words without making it confusing. So that's part of the core offer. I might take that one out now that I'm reading it, but I just want to make sure that, the conjugation is not confusing and it's not stopping you from learning. 11, how to remember all the vocab words. So a lot of people try different flashcards. The biggest reason why people don't remember vocabulary words is because they learn unuseful ones, like how to say mountain, river, bear, tree. I don't remember the last time I had to put all those 4 words in a sentence or had to talk about a mountain. I don't live around mountains, so why would I learn mountain? Now, I get it that, I'm not like never learn the word mountain, but you should not, like, even some people are like, okay, today we're going to talk about nature. It's like, well, can you say where you're from? Can you say what you like to do? Why you're learning Spanish? No? Then you shouldn't be learning nature or any of those vocab words. And then there's going to be a Facebook group, which is number 12. I love Facebook groups because they allow you to interact with other people, have questions. Maybe there's something that I'm not explaining right. You're kind of like, hey, anyone else, can you explain this in a better way? I'm not perfect, so hopefully someone can do that. And then 13, and the very last one, is I hope to have a 6-week challenge on how to order in Spanish. I think challenges can be good and bad. Some of the pros and cons, the con being that 6 weeks and then you're done. And you probably are like burnt out and you don't want to do it again. But 6-week pro is that once you do it, it helps you to really kind of get that practice, that volume in. So if maybe you practice once or twice a week, but the challenge is like 5 times a week, then you're like, okay, I can do anything for 6 weeks, and you go through it. So I want to teach you how to order in Spanish. I think that's one of the biggest ones for a lot of people who are traveling with Spanish. So I just want to make sure that's available. I think a lot of people would find that fun. Like, okay, 6-week challenge so I can order in Spanish, and that's it. So that's pretty much my offer. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. I will be creating it. I think today is what, I think it's March 15th. So I'm going to be creating this pretty soon, but I want to make sure that people are interested. So if you are, I'm going to leave a link below in the description so you can start signing up for it. It will be like kind of like an email list, and there will be a pre-sales, so that like if you buy the pre-sale, so I can see if there's actual like interest in it, then I'll make sure to put in an extra bonus, like an extra hour call with me or something very cool, so that we can get this show going. But as always, let me know if you have any questions. I'm also on Instagram. The handle will be below. And I'm excited to teach more Spanish. I'm excited to get this off the ground if it's possible. I really do think that, right now, learning languages, there's like, here's the industry. Pretty much it is apps, low-cost apps. Then there's like private tutoring and group sessions. And then there's language school. And one's a $1 sign, $2 sign, $3 sign. And then, of course, there's the bonus 4th option where people say travel to the country, which not many of us can do. And trust me, I traveled to Belgium to learn French and it did not work. I learned a lot, but there was literally a moment where I'm like, okay, I can't speak to the people outside because I don't understand them. I'm not good enough for that. But the classes that I'm taking here are too easy. Why not go online and try to find like French speakers to speak with? I'm like, wait a second, I'm in Belgium. Why am I going online to find them? So that's when I was thinking, well, I could probably do this from the States anyways, right? I can find them online. So that's pretty much what I did. I talked to someone actually from Morocco for 2 years, Mariam. And that was amazing and a lot of practice. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Those are the three options, right? And so what I want to do is kind of be the end all of all of them. Like, this is like your final one. Like, I'm going to teach you how to speak with people from different countries, where to find them. Clue, it's in Facebook groups. It's going to them, asking them. But I have scripts. I tell you how to do it. Tell you the no-nos of doing it, the yes, if that's a word, of doing it. But I want to be better in a language school. I want to be better in the private tutoring, and I want to be better in the apps. This is what's going to encompass everything. I want this to be the one final stop so that you can learn and be like, I'm done. I learned Spanish. Move on. Because a lot of people spend like years trying to learn Spanish, like 5 years, and then I'll talk to them in Spanish and they'll be like, yeah, I'm still practicing. But it's been 5 years. Well, yeah, I only practice 1 hour a year, 1 hour a year, 1 hour a week. And it's fine if that's what you want to do. But for the people that are like, hey man, like, I'm tired. I just want to know it so that I can move on to a different language, or I can speak to my family members. I mean, I'd love to help people that have family members that only speak Spanish, that have failed high school Spanish. There's a lot of us. I mean, I haven't told my story in these videos yet, but I had to relearn Spanish, and I have a Spanish family. And so that you can talk to your grandma, your grandpa, your father-in-law, your mother-in-law, your sister-in-law, and create those memories and build those relationships, because learning Spanish is not about, very cool, you can impress your friends, you can get new jobs, but it's a lot about building those relationships with other people. And I want everyone to have that opportunity if they wish. And I would love to facilitate with that. But this is the end of the video. Let me know again about the core offer. I want your feedback, and I'll see you guys in the next video.